Hey, what's up? I'm here with Zane Lowe. We are currently sat in the Bournemouth Old Fire Station in the green room. We call it green, even though there's a lovely orange wall and a lovely mustard couch.
Sure.
And we are here to talk about DJ Hero Tour number 2. What is the main difference between DJ Hero 1 and DJ Hero 2?
Game-wise, well, new DJs, new hybrids, new creative hybrids, and lots of new different kind of features and new tricks and new bonuses, bonus points and levels, and kind of what you'd imagine a game like that to take on the next round. More layers.
Do you yourself play quite a fair bit of video games, obviously?
No, I don't. I mean, I play it, and I can play it, but I never have time to really immerse myself in game. I'm not a full-time gamer. I don't go home and the first thing I do is race my console, But, I've played games throughout my life and know enough about DJ Hero and can hold my own.
So when we get Daft Punk in eventually, you can sit with Daft Punk and DJ?
Yeah, I'm sure Daft Punk and me are probably at the same level at DJ Hero, to be perfectly honest. If you really want to get someone to play, you should get like the Scratch Perverts or something like that. Those guys are... they create their own level of scratch dexterity, so I wouldn't want to play them.
This summer you went on stage with Prodigy and Pendulum at Warriors Dance on Kings, which was unbelievable. To share a stage with obviously someone as big as that, who in your mind which DJ would you absolutely adore to share a stage with?
I'd like to do a proper club night with Shadow at some point. Me, him, and a few other people just kind of sharing records would be fun. Excuse me, I'm really lucky, I get to play with a lot of my favourite DJs, whether it's Casper or Dawley or Scream or Annie, Mac, or, it's a good scene and everyone's kind of sharing nights and sharing bills and ideas and records, and it feels quite sort of nurturing at the moment. But, it would be nice to go on the road and do something solid with Pendulum. I was hoping I could do that at Christmas, but, we're doing the Dead Mouse tour, so...
When you're DJing on DJ Tour, how different is that to DJing with Radio 1?
Well, there's an aesthetic that's shared between the both, in the sense that I'll probably take a little bit of the kind of performance aspect of DJing onto the radio. So I'll try and cut things up and be a little bit more creative with the records, like you would in a club maybe. And I suppose an element of my own mic technique could be connected to the radio, although that kind of more comes from my background in rap music and the sort of MC culture of motivating a crowd, trying to moving a crowd MC. So, but there definitely is crossover, but less so as I'm getting more into DJing, because I'm trying to kind of make more of a clear division between my radio show and what I do in clubs. Because I think when I first came out as a DJ, a lot of people just thought it would be an extension of the radio show, energy-wise maybe, but musically it's different.
You're renowned for being able to find the best tracks in the world at the moment, and you always seem to be quite spot on with. Obviously, it's part of your job as a Radio 1 DJ, but it's phenomenal how you can pick a band up out of nowhere. Do you sit on MySpace a lot, or do you just get sent quite a lot of demos at Radio 1?
Well, it's a bit of both. It's a bit of hunting and digging online and using blogs, and not so much MySpace. MySpace is kind of demos and stuff, and you allocate certain time to try and do that. But that's, MySpace is just, it's a whole other world in itself, full of people making music and putting it up, and you could spend every minute of every day on MySpace searching for music. There are filters out there whose job it is to try and narrow that search down and hopefully wear a filter, just like Gorilla versus Bear or Drown in Sound or Pitchfork or Altered Zones or whatever. We're all filters, and so we're all looking at each other. And I know that some of these sites will go to our radio show and go, okay, who are the Vaccines? And I'll go to Gorilla versus Bear or Pitchfork and go, okay, who is Salem? And that's kind of how you search. And then there's also word of mouth and people just telling you kind of, hey, check this out. And you have friends whose ears that you trust, and just like any industry, they'll give you tip-offs and you go and listen to it, check it out. So there's a lot of sharing that goes on, because sometimes a manager will have a band and he thinks, well, I wouldn't mind getting this on the radio, and I'm looking for a band, so that's quite a nice cross.
When you're on talks, you just say you've done the Radio 1 student tour, you're doing DJ Hero, you're off with Dead Mouse in December. Do you miss home quite a lot, or do you find time to still manage to get home and see everyone?
Well, this is my 6th day in a row away, so I do, and it's hard, but this is a unique situation. I mean, I've been away 7 or 8 days on the trot when I get home this time, and that doesn't happen very often. A lot of the time we try and get the balance really right, and obviously, it goes without saying that my family is, the most important thing by another universe, compared to everything else. Everything else would fall in line, no problem, should that be necessary. So I'm really lucky in the sense my family really support what I do, and I hopefully support them in part with what I do, and we get the balance pretty right. But today, yeah.
I mean, last time you were here, we asked you what 5 bands, living or dead, would you hold on a festival? We're going to narrow it down this time. What 5 bands at the minute, living, would you put on a stage and a lineup that are dance or DJ orientated?
Daft Punk, Beastie Boys, Z-Trip, Scream and Benga, back to back, and God, the 5th one. There's too many. I'm trying to narrow it down to like one. I always get hung up on these questions, like the world. Like the world turning depends on this 5th name. It really just doesn't. I just pick one out of the air, Shadow.
Shadow, perfect. All right, and is the game out right now, or is DJ Hero 2 out now?
Well, the reviews are out, yeah, so I think the game might be out any day now. I mean, the reviews are in. It's like 9 and 9.1. It's like 9 and change across the board out of 10, so it's universally acclaimed. So respect to the Activision crew and DJ Hero crew for making another great game. And, I'm really lucky in the sense that, people look for sponsors on these kind of tours because it helps you, pay the costs and extend the tour and do 20 dates instead of 10, and it makes it more comfortable, and hopefully it lowers the ticket prices in certain areas if you can. And I'm really lucky in the sense that I've got the DJ Hero crew around for the 2nd time because 1 year with them is great, 2 years is better.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for talking to me today, Zane.
Yeah, good to see you again, man.
And hopefully we'll see you again for DJ Hero 3.
Yeah. Good luck with the radio show as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much.